Hi everybody, the Mature Simmer here. So, welcome back to American Truck Simulator. I'm here continuing my trip as I try to hopefully get over to California so we can start enjoying some of the California rework and so forth, and just getting into that area of the country. Best route I have here is, again, taking some more dumpsters from Longview straight over to Wichita Falls. Everything else either takes me really far south here in Texas, takes me back into Arkansas, or takes me up into Oklahoma a little bit. So I'm going to stick with this, even though really nowhere terribly new. The thing I did notice is interesting. Look at what we're making per mile. It's really nothing. So I don't know if this is a change that has started to occur recently, because even in the internal cargo market, I noticed that there are some jobs like this. So there's significant variability where you can see we've got forklifts at $48 a mile, and then these dumpsters at $5. So, you know, significant difference. I'm going to make barely $2,000 compared to $20. So it's like a tenfold difference, obviously, because the distance is almost the same. But I'm going to go ahead and take this one, and then maybe I'll be less willing to make nothing as we go after that. Alright, so we're here in our location, and we can see that, you know, we've just got to go get ourselves over and then pick this up from the location over there. So I have, I think, fixed my head tracking. I found a way to do it with the input curves, but I can't see much because I can't obviously look out the other side. So let me look over here. Alright, so yeah, we need to straighten out, and then we can head over appropriately. So let me kind of straighten this out. Just watch the mirror there. And you'll see I also kind of fixed a bit of even that side where I'm not turning as quickly. So I've slowed down my head turn to the passenger side. Whoops. Turn it into the trailer. Obviously I don't want to do that. So I want to go this way, I think. Yep. So we want to get past the trailer. And then turn. So just take a quick peek out here, and as I just demonstrated with head tracking, now I can do what I need, and that will honestly kind of get me where I need. I mean, the difficult thing is obviously I'm kind of straightening out here. Alright, let's just, whoops. Let's just get ourselves repositioned here. But, yeah, the difficult thing is I kind of need to keep my head turned to keep looking back. So now it's an awkward requirement to do this, to look back when I'm really now wanting to look forward. But because basically I've got to have my head turned at like a 20-25 degree angle. Alright, so stop the engine. We'll get the cargo loaded, and then I will likely find a place to relax because it is 7 p.m. after all. And we are getting close here. But the benefit is, like, now I can, you know, look over, but I can also look over much quicker to my right mirror with a little bit of a turn. So I might keep tweaking it over time, but I think in general it's doing a pretty good job. Alright, so we want to head out this way.
Turn left.
Got some room, we'll run over the curb there. Okay. And again, I think everything's under 300 miles or 400 miles where I'm set. But just, getting these trips done. While you're seeing these, I am actually on vacation with my family, so just recorded these ahead of time so you guys have a little bit of content to look at. Probably will be doing more variation on the channel. It's been obviously very, very heavy flight sim. And obviously golf has continued, but it's been very heavy flight sim since mid-November when Flight Sim 2024 came out. But those likely, I think they're looking to end around Christmas time, that week for sure. I don't know that I might get one or two more things done that I can throw out there and spread things out a little bit. But I think episode 26 right now is the end. Oh, interesting that... Well, I guess I didn't drive by, because, yeah, I came in from the other direction. But we've got the international truck dealer over there. And as I said, we should be following...
And then turn right.
Alright, so we're going right to Dallas, and then we should be kind of following roads we've been on.
Right.
But maybe we got there different ways. Alright, let's stop. Again, no one should be coming over. No one's in the left turn lane. So I should be able to go here. Get the Best Western hotel? I'm like, what is it? I really didn't have another word in my head. It's just, I knew it was the Best Western. That's usually all you need to say, and probably is. If you're a U.S. viewer, you're like, yeah, I know what that is, but I do not want to assume that my audience is only and or even mainly U.S. folks. Maybe a lot of people from Europe, and that might not be a chain that you are familiar with for hotels. Just like I'm sure there are chains in Europe that I'm not familiar with for hotels, but who knows? Maybe it's Marriott and Hilton and everything everywhere, but I don't know that Best Western even has an international presence. They're kind of mid-range at best, maybe low, high-end type thing. I would put them in with like Holiday Inn, and those are things that have the continental breakfast. Oh, there's like a tree branch laying on the road there. I would say that was a modern problem, but maybe it's intentionally like stuff that fell, and they had little wind damage and just hadn't gotten cleaned up. So that'd be an interesting thing to add. I don't know if that's really what it was or if it was some sort of a glitch. But it did kind of look like the branch was bent down from the tree next to it and just laying in the shoulder. So, sun is setting. If I get a rest area, I will take a rest. Oh, great, of course. Okay. So, another example of trying to not have any tickets for 2 weeks, so if I ever look at my career, I could be like, oh yeah, we're okay. I'd prefer to go to a rest area than pull off and go to a truck stop here, just because it takes less time. It's I didn't do anything, it just kind of froze on its own. Hopefully it's not the precursor of some kind of crash or something. Been having far too many of those and things lately. But it's not like American Truck Simulator's this giant consumer of resources or something. I mean, we do have the sunlight rays shining through, and I do have those turned on kind of at the highest level, so they'd only come up at this time of day, and maybe that is overwhelming things a little bit. I don't know. It looks quite cool. I think they've done an excellent job of that, filtering through the trees and all that. But you don't always get that view just because the sun's out. Because typically to get that kind of thing, you've got to have a little bit of dust in the air, which, again, we may, because it's Texas, there's farming, you know, so there could be just cattle moving around, kicking things up, or just the wind grabbing things. But hey, we don't have to stop at the way station, so that's always good. But yeah, we got flagged for lights again because I keep forgetting every time it relocates us after a patch in a new version. It defaults your truck to not having the lights on. So I'm just used to, I always leave the lights on to avoid that penalty, because there's no downside from the other end of leaving them on during the day. And so I don't ever go through and do that and turn them on, because they're always on in my head. But then invariably, first time it gets dark, after that, that happens and I get fined, and I just never remember. Because it honestly only happens, like, you know, once every 3, 4, 5 months, so it's not like it's that frequent. So it looks like the truck that passed me would be something where there's a wide load coming up behind me. I don't see one, so don't know. Sorry, I had to basically turn on my my head tracking again, and reaching for my mouse and all of that got me a little discombobulated. I am surprised there's no rest area. I may not have a choice but to pull over, because now I'm kind of within that 2.5 hour window where I can drive for like another 2 hours. Looks like we've got a plane up above with some contrails, maybe. But, yeah, because I don't think I'll make it before I get too tired, so. Alright, well, it's not telling me to turn, so I'm just driving. It's not saying recalculating, so it didn't. I'm always worried with interchanges with this much going on that something's going to happen that's unexpected. Yeah, great. Thank you for making me slow down, because this wasn't taking a while as it is, given that I'm capped at 65, even though Texas lets me go 70.
Keep left.
Alright, so we're staying left again. Another yawn. That probably means another half hour has passed. That tends to be about the cycle of those. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just keep going until we can stop. So maybe I have to pull over here. Guess let me look at the map. Yeah, we really have nothing, so it's now or never. So we'll pull off here and we'll rest. Make sure I can. I should have done that before. No, there is a car, but luckily he saw me. Alright. The way it was situated, it almost looked like it was in some other repair area. I was worried I might not be able to get to it, but it's just in here with the Exxon. Now let's see, is this
When possible,
cars
make
only?
a U-turn. Finding a new route. When possible, make a U-turn.
So we'll pop in here. I don't need gas because we just did that last time. And this is alarm on? That's funny. That's honestly really funny. Oh my goodness. I don't wanna... I do not want to pull in here. I don't even have a place to pull in here. This is insane. How do I rest? Can I, like, get in here? Will it give it to me? It will. Wow. Not the best. But it works. So, we'll back out. I'm sure these guys were happy if they wanted to leave early. Suddenly I've got them blocked in with my truck, but I am not going to be pulling into a spot here. Sorry. So yes, it's not... What? Oh, I must have turned too sharp. Great. I must have turned too sharp. So, a bunch of places there I could have stopped. Oh well. Kind of going out the entrance too, but that's okay. I'm just a rebel trucker that way. Alright, so now I need to go to the left. Okay, we can go here. You guys are coming but far away. Alright. And then we'll just turn right and keep going.
Keep right.
We're about
and
halfway.
Then turn right.
At some point we need to go
Turn
north
right.
a bit to get up to where we need to. Yeah, I think Texas used to have more colorful plates, but now they have that just white plate with the little, you know, it's just black and white plates with little stars on each end of Texas. I don't know. Yeah, can't see it on that car. Alright. Alright, and then we'll get up onto the ramp and up with traffic, and then again we'll stop the head bobbing. Okay. Should be good there. We'll get ourselves set. Alright. But yeah, we'll head north at some point.
Keep right. And then turn right.
I guess right now. Okay, now there's a car. Great.
Turn right.
Come on. Oh, okay, I guess there's 2 lanes to go. But I don't know if
Keep right.
Okay, yes, I do need to go to the right, so... Alright. So, there's the plane again with contrails, but yeah, so there's... I assume is where we're turning to the north, and then we'll go north a bit, and then, we'll go ahead and continue to head west. So it was Wichita, I think, or Wichita Falls or something, I think is where we were headed. I don't know, this is 35 west, but... So, I assume that's downtown Dallas. So, now we're coming back to where we had been before. Alright, we're catching him, so let's see if we can move over. And it helps with that car merging, because at least we were nice there, but yeah, there we go. So, just a mile, so my guess is now I need to be over to the right, because we're going to need to go to Wichita Falls.
And then turn right.
Alright.
Turn right.
So that'll get me there. We'll go up and over. And we've come from that direction at one point. Well, we're coming up on 200 miles, so I think it was like 275, 280 Obviously, we'll have a little bit more pulling off at the rest stop, but we should be there before we hit 300. So it's the top number on the right side if you're wondering where I'm looking. Alright. A lot of hot air balloons around, I've noticed. But yeah, just a lot of wide open spaces in Texas, so long distances, but obviously just a few roads connecting everything, so hence why we've come the other way already. Alright. But at this point I would assume, I guess we're going northwest, so that's still west. I'm sure we're more west than we are north. There probably is a little bit of that in the mix here. So, alright, that camper's just on a side road. It's not... I assume that's a motorcycle. That sounds odd. Now we get a rest area. But yeah, that's a long way past. So we would have been in trouble long before we got here. Alright, police officer. See, now we could have been going 75 if not for the World of Trucks limitation. I'm almost wondering if we went from like Wichita to Dallas or something, and that's literally why I had been going the other way, and it was very similar to the route I'm taking back now. But the benefit will be now we'll keep going west and or maybe a little south or north depending on what job options I get in Wichita Falls. Still northwest. I just wasn't sure with the rotation a bit, because if we were really close to north, it would likely have changed already. But I'm thinking the next exit. And then we will be delivering. If not the next one, the one after that. So I'm wondering if this is the odd location that has multiple exits along this loop, but probably not, because I'm not seeing the turnaround above like I did in the one place, so no. But we're catching up to that motorcycle. It's an odd sounding motorcycle. Doesn't sound very big.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Oh, I was trying to see what that building was, but no such luck.
Exit right.
Okay. So we're going to exit right. I'm going to stop the head tracking so I'm not confused again, and we're going to slow down, because the last thing we want to do is have a problem on the bridge. Now I can accelerate again now that we know we're coming out and straightening out.
Right.
So we're gonna just need to check the mirror, so we're good. Now I'll probably just leave the head tracking.
Turn left.
Alright, a little faster than I would like.
Turn left.
I don't know. I thought it was Alt-N to reset, but it's also beeping the horn. I don't know why. Alright. Whoa. Looks like we'll be to the left. Yeah, I'm not used to turning that way and suddenly looking out the window, so apologize for that. I'll try to avoid doing that in the future, but we're clearly on the left side as we get closer to the delivery point. So I'm just trying to honor that. It's an interesting, like I literally have to make all 4 right turns to fully color that in.
Go straight.
It's crazy. Alright. So, not here? I guess not. Alright.
Keep left. And then turn left.
Alright, I think it's
Turn
right here. I see a car coming. So this is where the head tracking really helps. Because this is the stuff where then I'd be reaching for a mouse and trying to see.
Turn left.
Where now again I can look in my mirror pretty easily. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Alright, where do I need to be? I see it. Ooh. Oh, I can't really. Well, I guess I can go through here. I was like, I'll just line up and start backing up from here, but I really can't. Let me make sure I'm not hitting the car. Okay. Oh boy. Again, we always want some challenging parking options. They're certainly giving us that. Alright, so just trying to think in my head which way I want to go. So again, we're going to do the odd stay turned to my monitor while I'm trying to peek. So yeah, this isn't the best. How about that? But if I make the curve a lot shorter, I won't be able to just check and make sure we're not getting close to any cars. But if I make it a tighter curve, then it'll always whip around to that side and it'll be hard to check the mirror. I mean, it's already a bit challenging. Alright, we'll pass the cars, so now I can just probably focus more here because we've got to cut further back. I am not intentionally doing that, so I apologize. I don't know what other adjustment I could potentially make that would make it better. I think it's just, again, my head naturally wants to go back because it's like, I'm seeing what I need to see. I don't need to be turned anymore. But obviously if I'm not turned anymore, then I can't see what I need to see. So it's a bit of a catch-22 with the head tracker then. Alright, because yeah, it's a little bit of a dock that's kind of offset here. So we did have, you know, that offset parking training in the driver academy when I did the driver academy videos for you. Okay. Oh boy. So let's see. Should be okay. Come on. There we go. So let's turn ourselves off, get ourselves unloaded. Should be just before noon, so that's a good thing. Alright, a little bit more experience, but again, we're not getting much money. Not that I need a ton of income, but it's still nice to have that. So, not planning on doing the Return to Winterland thing. Don't have time, and we just did the Cruising Arkansas thing, so not looking to get overwhelmed with all that, but hope you've enjoyed the trip. A little bit shorter than last time, so a little bit more reasonable. As always, if you've enjoyed it but haven't dropped a like or not a subscriber, please consider that, and I will see you next time.